Hello everyone, I'm here to give you a short tutorial on how to use Tinkercad.com. Here's the website right here. And what we are going to do is go over how to use it. That way your students who are in the North Swag Club can create items such as the keychain that we printed this year. And they can also make other items as they get better at it. Here's a boat that we 3D printed. So I'm going to give you a quick rundown. So you go to www.tinkercad.com and your student will sign in. If they have a Chromebook where they're already signed in, that's really simple. If they are in third grade, they will have to remember their username and password. You're going to sign in using social providers, Google, and since I'm already logged in as myself, it'll automatically put me in there and it'll reroute me. So third graders will need to know their username. Their username will be, mine would be L McClard, the year I'm going to graduate. So third grade's 28 at jacksonindians.us. And then their password is PASS and a 4-digit number that hopefully they remember. So we are going to create a design for a keychain. They may have one like this. Here's a template of one. Here's another template. Here's an example of one. So they're going to create a new design. Your student should have a drawing where they've sketched it out. Ideally, what we would want them to do is sketch out that drawing and then reiterate it, make it look as good as they can. But I want to explain some of the different shapes. So I'm going to get rid of this. So the way Tinkercad works is we just grab shapes and pull them over. So if I want a rectangle, I can drag a box over here and I can use my touchpad or my mouse to kind of zoom in. That would be the wheel on the mouse. Or I can grab it with the left click. I can grab my shape. These different corners, move it. You can see over here that this is 20 millimeters wide. And this little cone pulls it up and down. But if you look, if I grab this cube, I can move the shape. Look at the blue plate. This is our printing plate. So what would happen is this shape would not be printed correctly because it's not on our Tinkercad plate. So we have to make sure this number stays at 0. And we can move these around and we can change the size. So if I want mine a little flatter, I can grab the top square, bring it down to make sure that my keychain is the correct level. I can change my view by grabbing this. I can move my shape by grabbing it, holding down, moving it around. A lot of students ask for, what if I want to put words on it? If you scroll down here, you can find different shapes. And if you want to use text, you can click here. Now, if your student is farther along, I can show them an expert trick on how to use a different website and import the text that they want. But you can rotate the text how you want it. The color doesn't matter. We will use different colors in the 3D printer. So you may want to change the color here so you can tell your different pieces apart. And so you can adjust it to make it fit onto the plate. You can move it around on the plate however you would like. You definitely want to check it, make sure it's on there. Now, if you want to build a hole in it for the keychain, my suggestion would be to grab something that is a hole shape. So something like a cylinder. And you can change the size of the cylinder. You definitely want to make it a circle, so you want both numbers to be the same. You can change the numbers by clicking on the box and just typing in the number if it's a little bit easier. That way they're both even, so it's a 6 by 6. And we're going to move this over here. I'm going to make sure that this shape goes all the way through. So I'm going to pull it down. And right now it's a solid shape, and you can tell that here. I'm going to change it to be a hole. And you can tell it's a hole because it's a transparent shape. And if you pull it over, I'll get it a little farther away from the, oh, I messed up, so I'm going to undo. But you can pull it, if I can get a hold of it. Nope. And sometimes it helps to change the angle so you can see it. You can use your arrow keys to move it just a little if you would like. And if I want to group these so I don't mess up my arrangement, I'm going to pull my cursor over everything to highlight it all. And I'm going to use this little button to group. So now when I move, it moves the whole piece and I can add to it and take away. If I'm done with it being grouped, I just make sure it's all highlighted and I ungroup. So I hope that helps with the tutorial. Hopefully for the next couple days, your students working on this. That way we get a little further ahead and we have an end product that we can print. Every person will be able to print at least one keychain for themselves, and we will determine which one we're going to make available for the rest of our school body. So happy creating. If you have any questions, you can email us and we can try to answer them for you. Thank you.